Hi, welcome to my kitchen that I cook in, and stopping by to see what's next. Today I'm gonna make some red velvet brownies. This is for people at work that earned them for doing something for me. And there's my butter melting. It seems pretty easy. We'll see how it goes. I know it calls for 3 cups and 3 tablespoons of flour. There is a specific note on this recipe that says, do not scoop the flour out of your container, spoon it into your measuring cup so that you don't get too much flour. Naturally, I'm not gonna follow that direction because I just don't have the patience for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and scoop my 3 cups of flour. This recipe looks good. It calls for very simple ingredients. There's one. Sugar, flour, cocoa, butter, eggs, egg yolks. 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 cups plus 3 tablespoons. Vanilla, salt, which you know I'm gonna leave out, and did I say butter? Butter, vinegar, and red dye. So pretty simple. Okay, so there 3 cups, 3 tablespoons of flour. The next thing I'm gonna add is 9 tablespoons of cocoa powder. So I have my cocoa powder here. Unsweetened is what the recipe calls for, which, do they sell sweetened cocoa powder? I don't know, I've never seen it. Also, how's everyone doing with the heat? I'm dying. It was 104 today. And I don't tolerate the heat too well. I work in an environment where it's about 67 degrees every day. I think that was 4. Was that 4 or 3? I don't know. Maybe that's 4. 5, 6, 7. Did I say 6 or 9? 9. 8. 9. Close enough, right? It might be a little extra cocoa powdery. I work in an environment where we work in cool conditions, so anywhere between 65 and 70, and 70 is pushing it. And I used to love summer. 85 degrees used to be my favorite temperature because it was never too hot, it was never too cold. You could wear essentially anything at 85 degrees, and now 85 degrees to me is absolutely scorching. I cannot do it. I absolutely just melt. 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt. So I guess if you want to add salt, go ahead. Also, this is a triple recipe, so I think that's worth noting. 3 3/4 cups of sugar. Gas, I know, here I am again, not using a different measuring cup or wiping this one down. 2, 3. I'm gonna get this I will get the 3/4 cup measuring cup out. Anyway, it's been super hot here, so I've just been absolutely melting and trying to stay indoors. But then I stay indoors and I bake, and I get hot when I bake. So it's really just a catch-22. I've also been reading, which is nice because from January through February this year, I read 20 books in those 2 months, and then I haven't read since then. Okay, let's see. Oh shoot. I was supposed to sift everything. Now, I looked up this recipe at work the other day and wrote it down, and now I'm following it. But I did not do what it called for me to do. In fact, I didn't do any of this. But it should be okay. Because, okay, it's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about this one, but that's also what I said about the muffins that ended up being too dry because my starter was too dry. Still edible though, still edible. but also unforgotten. Okay, what next? This, because it's triple, it's calling for 12 eggs, 9 eggs, 3 egg yolks. So I guess I will do that. It calls for 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of 3 teaspoons of red food gel, 4.5 sticks of butter melted, which it should be melted, and 3 teaspoons of vinegar. So let's get these eggs in here. Hopefully I don't forget. I'm gonna just pull these last 3 out so I know that those need to be yolks only. Hi, Stella. Okay, and hopefully this bowl is big enough too. It should be, right? I think so. But anyways, so yeah, we are starting to get, this is actually one of the warmer Junes that I've remembered. Well, I guess it's actually July now, but we had a pretty warm end of June. And I feel like the last few years we haven't really gotten too hot until the end of August. We've had like a gloomy summer, but now this summer, hot, hot, hot. Okay, so the next 3, there's 9 whole eggs, and then we are doing 3 yolks. This is not how I want it to be because the egg whites. Okay, gotta get this. Oh no, oh no. Okay. Little back and forth action there. I've seen those egg yolk bottles and stuff. I don't really see the point in those. That honestly takes no time at all. But I suppose if you're, you know, not comfortable moving the yolk back and forth, then go right on with your bad self. I'm not judging you anyway, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so here are our 9 eggs, our 3 yolks. This one's got a little more white sticking to it, which is a little annoying. Is that why people get the bottle? Because the white sticks? Okay, there are my 12 eggs, or my 9 eggs and my 3 yolks. And then let's see what else. Vanilla, of course. And you know, always, always pour from the heart. It's calling for 2 tablespoons. I'll pour until that to me is probably 3 or 4 tablespoons, but vanilla enhances everything in my opinion. So I have the 3 cups plus 3 tablespoons of flour. I have the 3 cups of sugar. I have the 9 tablespoons-ish, because I lost count there, of cocoa powder. I have the 3/4 cup of sugar too, the 3 3/4 cups. The eggs and the yolks, the vanilla, and let me get the butter, and then 3 teaspoons of vinegar. So the vinegar, it says in the directions, turn on low, add vinegar, then slowly add butter until combined. So it's a good thing that the butter is still in the microwave, because I was just about to go get that and absolutely dump it in here. Ah, freaking frack. So this food dye is great. It's too good though, because it will leave my finger red, which is great. Okay, and this particular red rouge, I used on the last red velvet recipe I did, and I kind of used all of it. So we're gonna have a deeper red brownie. Also, these brownies too, because of the way my work schedule is, I don't see everyone at work every day. So I am gonna have to freeze some of these, which is gonna be an interesting experiment. If they don't hold out, I will absolutely remake them, but I'm gonna freeze them. I've not had an issue freezing any kind of baked good and then taking it out and letting it thaw, come to room temperature, or even microwaving it depending on what it is, and having great success with it. Okay, so this is now ready to mix, and it says 2 to 3 minutes on medium speed until it's fluffy. Oh, also, I'm so I'm so sorry I look so offensive today. I came home from work, I knew I was gonna bake, and I was like, you know what? Let's see what's next. All right, so I have my mixer here. I would use my, what's it called? My KitchenAid, but this recipe is too big. So, and I'm not gonna do it in batches. If I have to remake more next week, I'll use it because it'll probably only be a single batch that I need to do. But for now, this is perfect. I know I haven't done any recipe with you guys where I've used my KitchenAid, which is honestly okay. The thing's a hassle to clean up and it's heavy as all get out. Okay, flour, cocoa, salt. Should I add salt? Ooh, I don't know. I'm questioning myself on the salt here. I'm gonna leave it out, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it out. Okay. And 2 to 3 minutes. All right, here we go. For you, it's gonna be real fast because I'm gonna speed it up. I'm gonna hit that 5 times or 10 times speed. Okay, so I had a little bit of a mishap while I was mixing, which is totally fine. It'll be okay. It doesn't look like any important ingredients spilled out. Then I just pulled out the butter from the microwave. I'm gonna use my cute little, what do you even call this? I don't know. My burping spatula. That sounds like a good name for it, a burping spatula. Mix this up a little bit. And then this is going to get added, let's see, at the same time as the vinegar. I believe that's what it says. Okay, turn to low, add vinegar, then add butter. Okay, so this is getting 3 teaspoons, which is the equivalent of 1 tablespoon. So I'm gonna just use the tablespoon so that I don't have to stop and go and stop and go. Here comes the vinegar. I don't know of a recipe, a red velvet recipe that doesn't call for vinegar. All right, here we go. Okay, my arm hurts. I feel like my hand is red from mixing, but we are combined. Oh, okay. I may have really messed this up. Hopefully I didn't. Sift flour, into bowl, mix with whisk. Yeah, we'll see how these come out. I really should have done the wet and dry ingredients separately, but it's too late now. So hopefully it comes out okay. It's really just gonna change the texture. It shouldn't change the taste too much. So it's gonna affect maybe the fluffiness of it. It may end up being a little bit more of a dense brownie. Okay, I have these brownie molds, which I absolutely love. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. And they're basically already pre-sized. It's a good gifting size, right? This is not like a 2-bite brownie. This is like, here, like I have poured my love into you. So it takes a large scoop Let's see if I can find my large scooper. I feel like I keep doing this where I can't find my scoop. What size is that one? Maybe I threw it away. I don't know. Okay, well, I guess this is the one we'll use. We'll see how it fills up. Before I do anything, I'm gonna use the good old suffocating spray, Baker's Joy, which does all the magic and makes it hard for me to breathe. And it's almost empty, so I'm not even gonna get that much out of it, but I do have some spray olive oil or something in the cabinet that I'll use. Okay. First one's done, so let's see. You guys, I'm not kidding. What is in that? We'll do a scoop to start, and we'll see how that does. I like the texture of the batter though. I do like that. This is gonna make significantly more than I need, I think. Okay. Maybe not. These might need 2 scoops each. Okay. 2 scoops each, which is okay. This actually might be a little too much, so I'm gonna just do no heaping scoops for this. This is gonna be exact. Okay. Okay, these are looking, they're definitely not sitting correctly, but I will use this guy. And no issues there. I wonder how much these will expand. We shall see with this batch, but if I'm being honest, I'm gonna scoop out all 5 trays right now, so hopefully it doesn't do anything too crazy. I feel like I'm asking for problems with that one though, because that is literally right up at the top, if not going over just a little. Okay, let me pop this one in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fill the rest of the trays. And these are going in for 27 minutes, but I'll check them at about 20. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just fill the remaining 4 trays. Okay, so I'm gonna spray the remaining 4 trays, fill these up, and maybe by the time I'm done filling these, it'll be time to pull some out. If not, I'm gonna clean up. You're gonna come back to clean, and the next thing you know, we'll have some baked up. So I have, let's see, 6 on each. I have 4, 6 times 4, 24, 25, 26, which is honestly more than I thought I was gonna get. I thought I was only gonna get 18. I need about 16, so hopefully if I burn any, which honestly, since I started cooking in my air fryer, it's very unlikely for me to burn things for some reason. It's just really great at keeping the temperature right. But right now, I'm gonna let these kind of level themselves out just because there's time, clean up, and think about making the icing that goes on top. These are about halfway done. And honestly, they're looking good. They're expanding nicely. They're a little sunken in the center, but I do expect them to rise a little bit more. So they're looking good. Okay, so it has been about 25 minutes. These are supposed to be in for 27. I've been watching them. The recipe says that not the Q-tip, I don't know why I keep doing that. The toothpick should come out with a little bit of batter on it, light. So these ones are done. I'm going to go ahead and pull these out and put the next ones in. Okay, so as you can see, I have 24, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8, 16, 24, 24 red velvet brownies that are ready to be frosted. I, in fact, did need to pull out the good old KitchenMaid, and we're going to make the cream cheese frosting up real quick so that we can ice these, package them, and be done, because it is about 8 o'clock now. So I started these a few hours ago, and it's all coming together. So I have cream cheese here that I had to microwave a little bit, which I think is probably a no-no, but it'll be fine. I feel like that's my line. It's gonna be okay, right? I won't tell if you don't tell. So there is a good old block of butter. Not butter. Sour cream. Not sour cream either. Cream cheese. Okay. Now, I am going to add in the powdered sugar because I'm doing a full block of cream cheese. I'm going to do a full cup of powdered sugar. This is a half cup measuring cup, so we're going to do 2 of these straight into the, honestly, this should probably be whisked or, no, what's it called? Sieved. What do you call that? What is that thing called? You know, sifted. It is sifted. It should probably be sifted, but whoa, maybe a little too much. All right, we'll see what kind of texture this gives us. And then it calls for a couple tablespoons of milk. Oh, I did this all wrong. I was supposed to do the cream cheese, just the cream cheese. Should we just go with it? You know what do we have to lose, right? Okay, let's do a couple couple tablespoons of, that's whole milk. And then of course, the good old vanilla from the heart. Oh boy. This is looking questionable. All right, let's turn this on for a little bit. This might be enough for all of them. If not, I do still have probably half in that bowl. I'm not going to use a piping tip for this, even though it would probably make things look nicer. It's not that big of a deal. This is just a cute little here you are gift. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the tiniest little tip off of there. And now let's see what we can do. So these are my coolest ones to warmest. So I'll start here, and maybe I should angle this guy.
I had to speed this up because I am actually showing it to you in 10 times speed. So it takes quite a while. It absolutely kills my hands. I feel like I have arthritis or I don't know, something going on there, because my hands felt like they were absolutely going to fall off by doing this. It ends up being so cute, and they looked just darling. But they did take quite a bit of time and a lot of effort on my metacarpals there. I do find something so relaxing about doing it over and over again, regardless of the pain I was feeling in my hands. And I also do take pride in the baking that I do, that I'm giving away to people. So I did want these to look cute. The first batch, you can see they're on the left, looks almost sold out if I do say so myself, but they're not. And I just continue doing the same thing on the rest of the brownies.
Okay, they're all done. They look okay. Let's see, where's my best work? That's what I'll show you. The first one's probably. Okay, I am going to clean that up. I'm going to put them in boxes, and I just put my fingers in my hair, and I have cream cheese in my fingers, so yay. Okay, let me clean up. Okay, I've cleaned up a little bit, and now I'm going to put these in their little boxes. My hands are just about falling off from icing these little suckers, but they came out really cute, and I'm excited about them. I'm gonna take about 14 to work tomorrow, so that's all I'm gonna package. The rest of them I will freeze once they're ready to be frozen. So these, I have these little boxes that I like to put little baked goods in. Just red velvet everywhere. That I like to put little baked goods in, be it a cinnamon roll, a nice big cookie. These brownies are going to fit in here perfectly. I don't have any grease-proof paper, which I do actually prefer, but this one is kind of a themed treat for the survey that I pestered these people to complete, and they did. So I think I pulled out 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I actually pulled out 16. But so first I'm just gonna go ahead, spread these, and then put little brownies in them.
This is where I am putting each of the red velvet brownies into their own individual boxes. I think that this makes the treats special for each person who receives one, and it just shows an extra act of love and caring and appreciation for something that they all did for me. So each got their own box, and then I went through and tied a bow on top with twine, and then put a thank you sticker. So there's the twine. Here I am making sure to measure it out correctly so that I can get a nice little bow on top. And then I cut the ends and attach a sticker, and there it is. So I do this for all of them, and then they're ready to go.
packaged, thank goodness, and ready to go for tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being here for all the red, and checking out what was next. Like, subscribe. I think I got that right. Like and subscribe. Yes. All right. Bye.